What's up guys, Jim Yosef here and welcome to a brand new video and welcome to your daily dose of transfer gossip. And today is going to be Friday the 9th of June. The confirmed transfers are really starting to pick up a bit of pace now and we've got a lot to cover in this video guys. So before we get started, as always, you can show support by leaving a like rating, that'd be absolutely awesome. Remember, 1,000 likes are target for today's video. If you're new to my channel, make sure to click that subscribe button for daily FIFA content and press on notifications tab next to it to be notified whenever I upload a video. If you missed yesterday's video, go down below in the description box. And today's question of the day is it going to be, who do you think is going to be the next Ballon d'Or winner? It's not Messi or Ronaldo. Well, I called it the Ballon d'Or, technically it's not that anymore, it's now known as the best award. But it's exactly the same thing. Well, let's jump in to the confirmed deals today. The very first one is a young Swiss player called Nicolas Haas going to Atalanta in the Serie A from Luzern on a free transfer. He is followed by a goalkeeper called Carrizo, who's moved from Inter Milan to go to Monterrey in Mexico on a free transfer. Then we've got one that's been kind of in the works now for a while, and it may have been confirmed a long time ago, but I saw it yesterday, and that's that Florian Thauvin finally completed his move to Marseille on a permanent basis from Newcastle for a fee of around £9.3 million. And the season last year, it was absolutely superb. Of course, that card there, his team season is insane. Then we move on to Ricardo Rodriguez, has confirmed his switch now to AC Milan from Wolfsburg for around £15 million, though in Italy it's apparently €15 million plus €3 million in additional fees. And you'll see throughout this video that Milan, they're definitely going all in this summer to try and get back into the Champions League. Then we move on to Ederson. He's finally confirmed his deal to Manchester City from Benfica. He's now the most expensive goalkeeper in the world. He cost him in the region of £34 to £35 million, and if you compare it to Buffon's transfer a long time ago, technically he's the most expensive goalkeeper in the world, but if you convert it to euros, I think Buffon still holds that record. And the final confirmed one today is going to a managerial one, and that is Craig Shakespeare. He's now the official permanent manager of Leicester City on a 3-year deal until 2020. And it was quite sad for football seeing Claudio Ranieri go from winning the impossible title to win the Premier League with Leicester City the year before that, and a few months later, he's gone. But on the other hand, Craig Shakespeare came in, done a very good job for them, and definitely turned their season around. Now the first potential deal today is this one right here, Max Kruse. I'm not sure if it's Cruz or Cruiser, so apologies if I get that one wrong, but West Ham are interested in him today, according to Sky Sports. He did have a very impressive record last season in the Bundesliga. He scored 15 times in just 23 appearances. But he has been told he can leave the club now if another club comes in and matches the offer of €12 million or £10.4 million. The 29-year-old has got 14 caps for Germany and has only been at Werder Bremen for one season after joining them in August 2016 from Wolfsburg. But he is not the only player linked to West Ham today. In fact, also linked to this guy right here, who I believe a couple of weeks ago was linked to Arsenal, Henry Onyekuru. Sky Sports are saying that West Ham have moved to the head of the queue to sign Henry Onyekuru from Belgian side KAS Eupen, and the 20-year-old Nigerian is due to fly to England on Monday, June the 12th, for talks with interested clubs. And that would probably still include Arsenal. Next up, we got to Serge Gnabry, formerly of Arsenal, linked to Hoffenheim today. Werder Bremen and the player himself have both confirmed the winger will leave the German club at the end of this month, amid reports of a move to Hoffenheim. He joined Bremen from Arsenal last summer, and the 21-year-old scored 11 goals in his first season with Werder Bremen in the Bundesliga, and a quote from him does say, "Werder Bremen is a really special club, and my time here has exceeded my expectations. My path goes elsewhere, however." And it does now seem that Hoffenheim have matched his release clause currently in his contract. Next up, we move on to Bertrand Traore, and apparently, according to a lot of sources today, Lille, Lyon, West Ham, Everton, Borussia Mönchengladbach and Schalke have reportedly submitted offers for the Chelsea youngster. There were a lot of rumours last week saying that potentially he could be involved in a deal taking Tolisso to Chelsea, also Kurt Zouma going to Lyon on loan, but right now those ones have really slowed down a lot, and he must be in demand for a reason. After a very successful loan spell at Ajax, potentially now could get another club, although he did say a couple of weeks back he wants to try and force his way into the Chelsea team. But maybe Antonio Conte has got different plans for him. Next up, we got to PSG goalkeeper Kevin Trapp, then to Bayer Leverkusen, and in particular Wolfsburg today. Two Bundesliga sides have made an approach for the PSG goalkeeper, according to La Parisienne. They're Wolfsburg and Bayer Leverkusen, who contacted Trapp's representatives to get an idea of the player's situation, indicating that they're willing to pay between €10 million and €12 million to land the German. PSG are in the market for a new goalkeeper, but Trapp's situation will become clearer once newly appointed sporting director called Antero Henrique clears up what exactly his plans are for the position. And just a couple of seasons ago, Wolfsburg finished second in the Bundesliga, but this year they were nearly relegated. They had to play a playoff, which if they lost that, they'd have went down to the second tier of German football. So for them, they can't dodge the bullet there, but they have already signed one player this summer, and that is going to be Brooks from Hertha Berlin. Next up we move on to Suso, formerly of Liverpool, into Roma today. So this is according to Damasio today, but the article I'm looking at right now, it originally was in Italian, so it had to be converted. So if I stumble a little bit, it's because I'm trying to make sense of conversion, because some words, they don't really make too much sense to the sentence, so I'll try and sort that as I go along. But it does say, with the transfer window starting, Roma are starting to look for a potential replacement for Mohamed Salah. It does seem that Salah is a big target for Liverpool this summer, and Suso could be the man to replace him in Rome, and apparently the manager does see him as the ideal replacement. Suso's contract ends in 2019 and currently earns €1 million per year, and he hasn't reached an agreement just yet for a renewal. Milan don't really want to sell him or give him away, and Roma now need to wait patiently and observe the situation. And now we move on to a man that's been very much in the news lately, and that is Van Dijk from Southampton. So a couple of days ago now, Liverpool put out an official statement saying it ended interest in the player, pretty much to avoid any kind of ban. And yesterday, the new Liverpool CEO, Peter Moore, who actually used to work for EA Sports before becoming the Liverpool CEO about a month or so ago, and before that he used to work for Xbox, but yesterday he had a meeting with Southampton, and apparently they accepted the apology from Liverpool, and now the Premier League are unlikely to take any further action. The Premier League do not see some kind of evidence from Liverpool and Southampton, but it doesn't guarantee an investigation will happen. And if Liverpool want any chance of getting Van Dijk this summer, apparently according to Van Dijk's representatives, they fear it would require the player himself to force through a move, so potentially a transfer request. And I'm pretty certain this story right here will continue for a long time. Next up we go on to Keita Balde-Diao, but it's not just about him, it's about Milan. They go on a massive spending spree. Sky Italia are reporting that AC Milan have secured a double deal with Lazio for Keita Balde-Diao and their captain Biglia. It's a reported €50 million for the pair, plus bonuses, and Milan, they're definitely going in at the moment. Keita has got admirers from the Premier League though, and also an offer on the table currently apparently from Juventus, so there's a chance he may not join Milan. If he does, that's a big move for them, and a very exciting time for AC Milan fans. Then we go on to another player into Milan today, and that is going to Andrea Conti. Damasio is reporting that AC Milan are having a meeting with the Atalanta right-back's agent. According to this article that would have taken place yesterday, or maybe even today, but Inter Milan are also interested. And that is not the last AC Milan rumour, by the way, for this video. Next up though, we have got Kyle Walker into Man City, but according to Daily Mirror, Tottenham have increased their asking price for the defender to £60 million. There is talk that the player himself is very flattered by Man City's interest, but 60 mil, Man City may walk away from that. And now a very short one according to Telegraph. It does say Chelsea are monitoring the situation of Leicester City's Riyad Mahrez as well as Juventus left-back Alex Skrindo. Mahrez was linked to Arsenal after Arsene Wenger had their interview saying we've not bid, not yet, so we'll have to wait and see on that front. And potentially AS Monaco, but apparently his wages are too much for them. And Alex Skrindo is also linked to Man City, Arsenal, and of course Chelsea again. Then we move on to Mamadou Sakho of Liverpool, and today according to Express, Tottenham have made an inquiry to Liverpool for him. He fell out of favour with Jurgen Klopp last summer and went on loan to Crystal Palace in January, done very well for himself, was actually nominated for the Crystal Palace Player of the Year despite only playing like 8 games. But as a Liverpool fan, would I like to see Sakho come back and play for us? Personally, I'm not really too bothered, because if he's disrupting players and training and such, like it was suggested, then I'd understand why Klopp wants to keep him away. And apparently we were asking for like £30 million for him, so it's a big chunk of money. And if you look like this, £30 million for him, and we just spent like £60 million on Van Dijk, it's not all that bad. And that's what made the Van Dijk situation so damn annoying, because he's our main target this summer in defence, and Jurgen Klopp really wanted him, and we pretty much had the deal wrapped up because Van Dijk chose us and was ready to make the move, but somehow we managed to screw things up massively, and it's very annoying. Next up we go on to, that's going to be Matthias Ginter, linked to Tottenham as well. According to the Independent, it does say Tottenham are keen to sign Borussia Dortmund defender Ginter, who would be available for around £15 million. And now a very quick update regarding Hector Bellerin from the man himself. So basically recently there's been a lot of rumours saying that Barca, they're trying to sign him, and on top of that Bellerin apparently was homesick and wanted to go back to Spain, but no, he somewhat put a stop to that by tweeting, "Don't believe everything you read." He did seem to squash a lot of rumours there, but also remember this time last year in fact with Paul Pogba, apparently he said the exact same thing. And then a couple of weeks later he ended up being a Manchester United player again. Next up we move on to another Milan link today, Diego Costa. He was in yesterday's video and it was very brief information because he got told by Conte is no longer in his plans, but according to Sky Sports today, Milan are in talks with Diego Costa's agent about a possible deal for the Chelsea striker. And Costa is one of the 3 forwards Milan are currently interested in, says Costa, Belotti from Torino, and if possible probably still Morata. And Morata looks like he could be going to Manchester United. If he doesn't, Belotti could be going to Manchester United, and Costa right now probably out of the 3 is looking the most likely. I know before he mentioned how he wanted to return to Atletico Madrid, but with the transfer ban, he won't be able to play until January. Next up, we go on to the second to last one today. That's Alexis Sanchez linked to Bayern. According to Kicker, Bayern Munich are ready to match Alexis Sanchez's €25 million a year wage demand this summer. And that is a serious offer right there if it is true. And Vidal has been saying publicly he's been talking to Sanchez on WhatsApp and trying to convince him to join Bayern. And it wouldn't surprise me if on FIFA 18 we got a high play between Vidal and Sanchez. The final today is a bit of an update regarding a story the other day surrounding Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Manchester United are unlikely to offer Ibra a new contract extension according to Sky sources. United do have the option of exercising a 12-month extension to Ibra's current one-year deal, but despite the 35-year-old's preference to remain at Old Trafford, sources say his name is likely to be on the club's list of released players to be published by the Premier League on Friday. I'm pretty sure a massive part of this though is down to the fact that he'll be injured for the majority of next season because the ACL he suffered, and I believe his contract was like 250 grand plus a week, so it's understandable why United, they're not really willing to pay out for a player that won't be playing too much next season, especially when potentially they may get Morata for maybe even half their wages. But hopefully Ibrahimovic recovers very quickly and comes back to what he was. Where he'll be though, we'll have to wait and see. And that, guys, is going to be the final one for today's video. So as always, if you enjoyed it, show support by leaving a like rating. That'd be absolutely awesome. Remember, 1,000 likes is the target for today's video. If you're new to my channel, make sure to click that subscribe button for daily FIFA content and press the notifications tab next to it to be notified whenever I upload a video. If you missed yesterday's video, it'll be down below in the description box. And today's question of the day was, I've actually forgotten it. What was it? Okay, I just remembered it. I actually asked, who do you think will win the Ballon d'Or next after Messi and Ronaldo? And on that note, guys, thank you for watching this video. I'll see you next time.